Today, we want to talk about the Manifesto of DigiNews360. DigiNews360 is for the world and of the world. It plans to deal with contemporary issues and the solutions that the world is working towards, jointly or otherwise. It also wants to be a platform for ideas that will build the world of tomorrow. We believe that the world of tomorrow will be a democratic world. It is true that progress of democracy in the world is not linear. It is also true that a democracy requires continuous work so that it remains a fit and effective instrument in service of its people. For it, leaders at every level must continue to work out their ideas of what kind of country or province or city or organization they want to build for themselves and for the next generation. We shall keep our pages available for the leaders to develop their vision, to describe it, and to put it before the citizens. The goal of all democratic societies may be similar, but democracy in every society is evolving, and the work required to be done in the next 5 years may be different in every society. Moreover, the new technologies of the fourth industrial revolution can be used for making the life more convenient and meaningful. But these technologies can also be used for surveillance and for circumscribing the autonomy of citizens. So it is important that democratic countries do not lose leadership in excellence of new technologies to a totalitarian society. For example, the fourth industrial revolution technologies must be used in every country effectively. For example, if you talk about the educational system in India, it is important that every engineering college starts working with the schools nearby and start using AI and other parts of the fourth industrial revolution technologies to make the education compulsory and effective. For example, let's assume that some students, a group of students, decide that they would improve the learning processes in a particular subject at sixth standard in the language of their area. They can start working on the subject and then work hard to develop new techniques using AI to see that learning is not only complete, it is what is called master learning. And then, once they have completed the work in one semester, in the next semester, the students can see and evaluate the work and see whether it can be improved. The quantum of work required is so much, and learning through these processes is so high that it will change not only the learning processes in for a particular subject in sixth standard in a particular school, they will also improve the learning processes of AI in the engineering college. Similarly, there are new products, simple new products, which can be used and used not only in the house of Bill Gates, but also in the houses being made for the poorer people by the government. So these technologies are not supposed to become make things costly. They are supposed to make things more convenient and meaningful. These technologies are supposed to make the machines and the mother machines more effective. Mother machines, I mean machine tools. So these are technologies which are to be used for civil engineers, mechanical engineers, metallurgical engineers, as well as, of course, by IT engineers. They have to be learned, they have to be used, and they have to be implemented and implemented all across the world, or for that matter, let's say all across India if they start working on it. In the second half of the 20th century, Canada was seen as a resource for building better life, and many poor countries of the world looked up to Canada. Today, the leaders in Canada are grappling with issues of effective governance so that Canada continues to be a large country, which is the best place in the world to live for an ordinary citizen. There are similar issues before the whole of the world. Thus, presidential elections are due in Nigeria, and they are looking at where Nigeria would be in the next few years. On 22nd August 2022, India's Minister of State of External Affairs, V. Muralidharan, said that with its talented youth, the abundance of natural resources, a democratic and business friendly government in Nigeria can fuel its economic progress. Nigeria is today the world's 26th largest economy, and it is expected to become the 20th largest economy by 2050. But this is possible only when Nigerian leaders work hard to have better law and order and work for nation building. Let's look at what is happening in United Kingdom. A great country, the king heads the Commonwealth, which is a collection of a large number of countries, more than 50 countries, which together account for more than 40% of the population of the world. And this particular country, at some point of time, dominated the oceans of the world. And during the last 4 years, they have had three changes of prime ministership because the problems are tough. The previous prime minister gave up after about 45 days. She found she could not cope up with the problems created by Brexit, cope up with the problems of supply chains breaking in the wake of COVID, or cope up with the problems created by Ukraine war. A new prime minister has taken over. Will he be able to rebuild the supply chains or new supply chains through the Commonwealth? Will he be able to quickly end the Ukraine war so that its ill effects are not seen and felt by the people? Will he be able to take control of the fate and make the living conditions of the people better and not troublesome? All these are issues which are there before the United Kingdom, and there are similar issues before other countries. DigiNews 360 would like to hear from the leaders of thought in the whole of the world, from the leaders of thought in Nigeria, from the leaders of thought in United Kingdom, about their vision of the future, since all these ideas from all over the world will merge to create a little more beautiful world of tomorrow. We at DigiNews 360 want to take a small part in that particular world which we are all going to build for our next generation. Thank you.